John 8th chapter reads as follows. Jesus went unto the Mount of Olives, and early in the morning he came again to the temple. And all the people came unto him, and he sat down and taught them. And the scribes and Pharisees brought unto him a woman taken in adultery. And when they had set her in the midst, they said unto him, Master, this woman was taken in adultery in the very act. Now Moses' law commanded us that such should be stoned. But what sayest thou? This they said, tempting him, that they might have to accuse him. But Jesus stooped down, and with his finger wrote on the ground, as though he heard them not. So when they continued asking him, he lifted up himself and said unto them, He that is without sin among you, let him cast the first stone at her. And again he stooped down and wrote on the ground. And they which heard it, being convicted by their own conscience, went out one by one, being at the eldest, even unto the last. And Jesus was left alone, and the woman standing in the midst. When Jesus had lifted up himself and saw none but the woman, he said unto her, Woman, where are those thine accusers? Have no man condemned thee? She said, No man, Lord. And Jesus said unto her, Neither do I condemn thee. Go and sin no more. You may be seated in the presence of God.
Yeah.
We'd like this morning to teach briefly on the subject. And I want you to smile at folks. Look somebody beside you if you can. Look at them. You got to touch it. Let's look at them. So neighbor?
Neighbor.
I was guilty.
I was guilty.
But I've been acquitted.
I've been acquitted.
What about you?
What about you?
I was guilty.
I was guilty.
But I've been acquitted. What about you?
What about you?
When we look at these particular portions of Scripture at this event that is recorded by the Apostle John, it appears that it was a closed case against this woman who was brought by the Pharisees and the scribes unto Jesus. Now these men were supposedly scholars of the law. Those who had been reared from an early age in studying and learning of all matters of the law of the land. To become a Pharisee, one must be proved through the knowing of the laws of the Scriptures, of the Pentateuch, of the Torah. So their jobs were to ensure that everyone was rightfully and justly treated according to the law. But if you study this text, you'll discover that these religious leaders had a different motive for bringing this woman to Jesus. The writer informs us that, yes, she was guilty. It also informs us that those who brought the woman caught her in the very act of adultery. But in spite of the evidence, these men really didn't care about her being caught in the very act. Their main concern was to try to trap Jesus and entangle him by the law that they had so much faith in, because it was a law that was given by Moses. But it seems as if they forgot about that same law that they used to present to Jesus with this woman, that they stood so boldly on and they were so adamant about. For the same law was both for men and women. So y'all want to touch with me. In the 5th verse, the text says, Now Moses in the law command us that such, it didn't say man or woman, boy or girl, but it said such should be stoned. So if these men were so concerned about making sure that the laws were carried out equally, then tell me, what was the man? thing. This is an indication that these men wasn't really concerned so much about making sure that the laws were being carried out. They were more concerned about how Jesus was going to judge this case.
Right.
Now, whether you believe it or not, a lot of times the same things happen in our society today.
Yeah.
It's according to who it is and what color of their skin is. That seemingly is the rule to determine who gets treated according to the law.
That's right.
In our society today, we have the law of the land that speaks about liberty and justice for all. But if you check the record, you'll discover that this is not how things seem to be when it comes to equal rights. The scary part is about this thing is that those who are supposed to be conducting the law are the ones who are not upholding the law. We have a so-called leader who someone will uphold an unjust act.
That's right.
And we have a so-called, I ain't talking about nobody, I'm just talking about what I'm talking about.
You're right.
We have a so-called leader in our country who has not only been accused but proven to be a molester of touching women inappropriately.
That's right.
But the law looks over that because he's second president, and for now he's been acquitted.
That's right.
Seemingly. Anyone who has been watching social media can watch the news can plainly see that there seems to be a law for those who was above
That's right.
the law.
That's right.
When a man can gun down an innocent young man who has no weapon, and the perpetrator can say they thought he had a weapon. And because he thought the victim had a weapon, they were acquitted. And now they're walking around free. But I want you to know that even though it seems as if those who are guilty of these crimes appear to be free in the sight of men and have seemingly gotten away with the crime, God is still taking record. God is. They might get by, but they won't get away. For my Bible says, be not deceived, for God is not mocked. Whatsoever man sows, that shall also reap. This woman on text had been caught in a very act of adultery, and which was and still is sin. But I think I need to tell us that we all were, and many might still be, like this woman was. The reason I say that is because Paul wrote in Romans 3:23.
Watch out.
And just in case there's somebody here that don't know what the scripture says, it says, for all have sinned and come short of the glory of God. And that word all means me and you too. It covers everybody. So this means that none of us can pass judgment on anyone, not when it comes to sin. My sin might not be your sin. Your sin might not be my sin. But all have sinned. And I'll tell you another thing. We all have not been acquitted from our sin. That word acquitted has a few definitions. And one says, declare not guilty. Then it goes on to say, to relieve from a charge of fault or crime. Now, even though one can be guilty, you can be acquitted. For if there's an insufficient evidence given of guilt, the defendant can be acquitted. In the case of this woman that they brought to Jesus, they didn't bring the man. Right? Yes, she was caught in that. But like I first stated, it takes two to tango. And in the case of this woman right here that was caught in the act, they didn't bring all of the evidence. They were in such a hurry in the quest to try and trap Jesus that they forgot to bring the name. The other part of evidence. I got good news this morning. If you haven't been acquitted yet, still guilty. On our way to the devil's hand. The Lord Jesus Christ gave his life.
That's right.
That everyone who believes on him can be acquitted. And you ought to thank the Lord because he made preparations for you and me. One day out on Golgotha's hill on Calvary, when he died on the cross, he pleaded our cases. And for all of us who believed on him, we were acquitted. And it said for those who haven't yet come to know him as the Lord and Savior, if thou shalt confess with thy mouth the Lord Jesus, and believe in thine heart that God raised him from the dead, thou shalt be saved. You can be acquitted too. It ain't too late.
That's right.
You ought to just be thankful that he allowed you to still be on the side of the living. Because of the fact that we all have sinned, we who are saved sometimes fall short. But it's because of our confession through faith, believing that God raised Christ from the dead, that we've been acquitted. The good news is, even though we're apt to sin and will sin, which makes us all guilty, we're not in bondage anymore to sin. Y'all gonna be shouting at that.
That's right.
But the Bible tells us that he who the Son set free is free indeed. And as we are faced with all the things that we go through in this life, that sometimes like to put in our past, we need to understand that the adversary, who is Satan, is always trying to find cause by putting unfortunate situations in our lives that we might be found guilty as charged. He realizes that if he can keep on putting drama and obstacles in our lives, that he can keep us all in a state of guilt. And if you don't confess Christ as your Savior, you will have to pay for being guilty. Because the wages of sin is still there. For if Christ should come back, or for some unfortunate reason death will take you, my granddaddy said like this: in hell, you lift up your eyes. Let me move on for a second. Here in our lesson today, at this time, the people, they were celebrating what was called the Feast of Tabernacles. And the people would come from surrounding areas to attend this great feast. And they would pitch their tents within close proximity of each other because of the multitude of the people that attended this feast and the little space that they had to share. So even though it was a religious feast, everybody that were there may have not come for the sole purpose of the religious feast ceremony. I think come down somebody's road. Some, no doubt, had different motives for coming to this feast. But before you cast judgment on them, just know it's nothing new. That same mentality is in our churches today. Everybody that comes to church just might not be coming solely for the worship service. It's sad in a sense, but some folks go to church just to find someone that they think would be a perfect match for them. And there's some who just come and pray. Not P-R-A-Y, but P-R-E-Y. Pray on the innocent. In other words, everybody that goes to church might not be here for that reason. Everybody that goes to church might not be saved. When you talk about nobody, just talk about what we're talking about. John writes here in this 4th verse of our text today that this woman was taken in adultery, caught in the very act. And this leads me to believe that this woman was a married woman. So this kid married. The scripture doesn't give us anything about the one she was caught with. It doesn't say whether the man was married or single. It just says that she was caught in the act of adultery. Because he says she was caught in the act of adultery. Meaning she she must have been married or a spouse to be married. If she had been single, he would have said she was caught in the act of fornication. I'm going to point out a few things, and I'm going to sit down. Look at the shameful incident here. But as shameful as it may be, there should be somebody here that can find some inspiration from this text. No look bad on it, bad case. And if there be anybody here who's not saved, the saved can find inspiration in this thing, but if you ain't saved, you ought to find some encouragement in the scripture right here. It shouldn't give you inspiration for those of us who are saved, just knowing that Jesus is merciful. Come on. Because there's some saints that got some sinner problems too. I know you say, I know you're going to feel. But there's some saints with some sinner problems. And we don't just thank God for the book of Psalms in 136 and 1. But it says, oh, give thanks to the Lord, for he is good, for his mercy endureth forever. Is anybody here besides me that can testify that I thank God for mercy? If I'm not made for grace and mercy, I never would have made it this far. For those who haven't been saved, if they be in here, excuse me, you should find some encouragement knowing that if Jesus, knowing that if you can make it to Jesus, he'll have mercy. No matter how low you've been, if you can make it to Jesus, he will have mercy on you. He'll forgive you of all of your sins. He'll cleanse you of all of your unrighteousness, that you might be able to be saved. That's the first one. No matter how guilty we might be, if someone can just lead you to Jesus, he has the power to acquit you from all of your sins. The next thing I'm going to point out is who it was that brought this woman to Jesus. It was the Pharisees, the so-called religious leaders, the church folk. Isn't it amazing how sometimes that those who you might think would help you are the very ones who are really trying to be your biggest hindrance? This woman, even though she was guilty, she needed help. That's right. Not her. That's right. But look at who it was that brought this woman to Jesus with the intent of her instead of him. It was the church folk. Now, one thing I learned about church folk, they try to do their dirt in the name of the Lord. I said church folk, not Christian. There's a difference between church folk and Christian. But notice in verse number 4, how they tried to flatter Jesus by calling him master. But if you study the text, the very day before then they called him in the sea. But now here they call him master. But notice how Jesus handled those accused, those ones who accused this woman. Notice how Jesus did with it. After they had brought to his attention of what the law of Moses said, as if Jesus needed to be reminded, the Bible says that Jesus stooped down and with his finger he wrote on the ground. Now it's not known for sure what he wrote. Some theologians believe that he wrote, let the names of these wicked men be written in the dust. Other theologians believe that he wrote, the earth accuses the earth, but the judgment is mine. But I believe that when he stooped down and wrote on the ground, when those men looked over at what it was written, I believe Jesus wrote down a list of all the sins that they were all guilty of. He never written been acquitted by the